I'm Rally Master Kelborn. Your sponsor's been rather insistent that his investment is prepared to win the Great Hunt. I've arranged for you to meet two of my peers, specialists in their fields. They should give you a taste of how real hunters customize their kit to suit their individual battle styles.
A good blaster's all I need.
Confidence is a poor substitute for preparation. Mastering combat takes practice and focus. Spread yourself too thin, and you excel at nothing. Zakag's expecting you.
Attention. Travel to Tatooine is strictly banned by Imperial Edict until the Rakul outbreak has been contained.
You must be the one the Rally Master called about.
Nice blaster. It's a start. So what do you do with your free hand? Fix your hair? Strike a pose? Or is your aim so shaky you need two?
I save it for loudmouths giving me lip.
Good answer! But you missed the point. An empty hand's wasted potential. Better off holding another weapon. The Great Hunt ain't scoring on neatness. It's kill or be killed. Better be ready to bring all you got when the time comes.
I'll start practicing with my offhand.
A good pair of blasters can handle just about anything. For what they can't, there's high-yield explosives.
Take what he says in moderation. He's a ferocious little son of a gundark who heard the best defense was a good offense and ran with it. Take pride in your equipment, but don't forget its limits. Or yours.
Why don't you show me what I need to improve?
Decent gear for running hut errands, but it won't get you far in the Great Hunt. Your armor should be a second skin, more comfortable than a warm bed. But thick, heavy plating takes practice and endurance to move in.
There's no room for dabbling.
Exactly. Strapping on a reinforced suit without the chops for it is as good as painting a target on yourself. Time to appreciate solid defensive tactics and pain, which you'll have a lot of without them.
Give us a good show.
You're a stubborn one, I'll give you that. How you feeling? Tired of bleeding yet?
I'm not entering the Great Hunt for the consolation prize.
Nobody does, remember that.
You're a natural with heavy ordnance. Head back to the Rally Master and get yourself loaded up to win the Great Hunt.
I'd best not keep Kelborn waiting.
I'll be rooting.
Back in one piece, more or less. Most would have turned back or died before getting a pat on the back from Zakag or Gen.
I thought we all got along well enough.
The only thing Zakag and Gen have ever agreed on is your chances of winning the Great Hunt. You'll need to decide what sort of training will best suit your fighting style. Take a minute to look over your options.
Ugh, spaceports all smell the same. Engine exhaust, coolant fluid, and spacers who haven't bathed in a week. Let's get out of this stink. Whatever the rest of Drum and Kaas is like, the air has got to be fresher than in here.
Still smells better than Hutta.
That's like saying a girl's slimmer than a hut. Keep in mind, Imperials aren't fond of aliens. Step out of line and they'll notice. If we tweak the local authorities, they can make life really hard.
My goal is to join the Great Hunt. That's it.
Still, let's try to keep a low profile. Come on, the Mandalorian Enclave is in the Citadel. Our contact is someone named Chris DeMarcon.
And then I told him, you think that's cold? You should see what I did to the Gamorrean. I never saw a Rhodian run so fast in my... Whoa. Hello, handsome. You here to sweep me off my feet?
We are here for the Great Hunt. We've been sponsored by Nemro the Hutt.
Oh, what's this? Got yourself a pet? Little sister, maybe? It's not enough to hold a real man's interest, anyway.
Mako's my backup. That's all you need to know.
Didn't mean anything. It's just rare we get any fresh meat in here worth putting on the grill.
Can you change the subject already?
Oh, don't get your blaster jammed. You probably ain't gonna like what I'm about to tell you. But there's nothing I can do about it, understand? There's one spot left open in the Great Hunt, and over 3 dozen hunters who got sponsorships.
You don't expect me to just give up, do you?
Of course not. But life's about to get a bit crazy. You best be ready. The Huntmaster himself will explain how we're gonna sort things out. Head into the main room, and show some respect. When the Huntmaster's done talking, come on back in here. I'll be handling you from here on out.
Quiet! Quiet, you dogs! Huntmaster is about to speak. Pay attention and show some respect for once in your lives. You heard the Huntmaster. You're competing for the last spot in the Great Hunt by taking down 3 bounties on dromund kaas.
You expect us to hunt here, with Imperials crawling all over us? And Sith?
Let the man talk. I want to hear this.
For all you overblown, useless, no-talent cowards, we installed a handy exit door. Use it now! The rest of you, the real hunters, go see your handlers. They'll get you oriented to the planet and assign you 3 unique bounties. Everyone who takes down all 3 of their bounties wins a spot in the final melee. Anyone who doesn't get all 3 is out.
Hunting on dromund kaas? That's suicide. I'm grabbing the first shuttle out of here. I suggest you do the same, friend.
Do I look like a coward to you?
Now you look like a kid with fire in his eyes. The kind who gets himself killed. I'm done here. May your quarry fall before you, Hunter.
Well, what are you standing around for? Back to your handler. That's Krista for you, new blood.
A dozen cowards just scurried out of here. Probably won't stop till dromund kaas is light years behind him. You understand the basics, right? 3 bounties, hardest targets on dromund kaas. Gotta get all 3 to qualify for the final melee.
This is the best job in the galaxy.
Ooh, I like you. You're even crazier than the rest of these hunters. Now let's see who your first target is. Whoa, this can't be right. You got enemies among the Mandalorians or something?
Just Taro Blood, the Mandalorian who killed Brayden. What'd he do?
It'll be fine. What are we dealing with here?
I wouldn't wish this bounty on anybody. Gotta play the hand you're dealt, though. The target's a Republic noble named Valtaka. He got captured during an Imperial raid, brought back here, and sold into slavery by mistake.
Why was selling him into slavery a mistake?
He should have been ransomed, but Altaka wasn't properly identified when he got captured. Altaka's slave group was building a big old statue in the jungle. The slaves rebelled and took over the site. Nobody can get in there. We don't even know if he's still alive. If he is, the family will pay big.
Easy jobs bore me.
You've got confidence. I give you that. The slaves got themselves a tent camp near that statue they never finished. If Altaka's still kicking, he's probably somewhere in there. Before you go, meet your new best friend. The S-86K full-gauge carbonite armor upgrade. You can't shoot a fella with this while he's springing around. It's too slow to charge up. But once that fella ain't resisting, say, after a good long beating, the S-86K will freeze him for transport.
I do love getting new toys.
I expect you'll have plenty of chances to play with that one.
You find that Republic noble fella and claim that first bounty, then hurry it on back here as fast as you can.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. What have we here? A hunter? I have need of you. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on dromund Kaas.
I wasn't aware there was a slave revolt going on.
Very soon there won't be. You can assist me in ending it. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to thin the slave population.
Slave deaths will be a byproduct of my plan, but not the focus. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
That's not good to hear.
That's one of the things I love best about it. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
A job is a job. Just tell me what to do.
A true professional. I respect that. My assistant, Sergeant Slarin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
I'm helping him put down the slave revolt.
Do you truly understand what he's asked you to do? What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender? This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm sure Lord Drowl wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong. Lord Drowl is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
What does this have to do with the job at hand?
Everything, if you're willing to help me. Lord Drow's dosage of quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
Let's end this revolt efficiently and kill off these renegades.
Wonderful. It's the right thing for everyone. Well, almost everyone. I'll give you a maximum dose of quell toxin. Inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems and see Lord Drowl afterward.
I don't understand why it didn't work. I was meticulous with my measurements. Those slaves must be more fragile than I thought. The quell you put in their water supply is killing them outright.
Those slaves didn't look all that healthy to me.
Fair point. Perhaps this revolt was on its last legs before I arrived. All my research is now useless. Oh well. You did as I asked, and your payment was not contingent on the results. Here, take your credits and go. I have a great deal of thinking to do.
My dear Altaka, when I got your message, I could scarcely believe it. We have found each other after all these years.
Oh, looks like a love letter. From an Imperial noble, no less. Juicy.
Why would a noble be writing love letters to a slave?
That's what I want to know.
It must have been the Force that brought you here to Drummond Kaas, dear Altaka. As for your predicament, fear not. I have friends in high places, and for the right price, they have agreed to help me. When the slaves attempt their pitiful revolution, a man will come to you dressed in rags. He will bring you to me. I shall say you are my missing brother. We will be Lord and Lady Dakar. I'm afraid I cannot get you off-world and back to your beloved family, but I promise to make your every moment here a joy. Our lifestyle will be the envy of all, and we'll attend parties at the Nexus Room every night. Be ready to join me, my love.
Wait, so the lady is his lover, but now he's posing as her brother? That's disgusting. Sounds like the Nexus Room is where we'll find these weirdos.
You're sort of closed-minded, aren't you?
Call me crazy, but I think people should be lovers or siblings. Make a choice and stick to it. Let's go meet this Lord and Lady Daka. Lead on, boss. Size of that statue? There must have been an army of slaves building it. No wonder the Imperials haven't stamped out the rebellion yet.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
They were crazy. They thought they were Sith.
What? The arrogance! We'll make sure their delusional heresies don't spread. I talked to my superiors while you were gone. and they agreed to compensate you for your work. So, here. More credits than I make in a week. I'd ask you to stick around in case the slaves cause more trouble, but I suppose you have other responsibilities.
People to hunt, bounties to collect.
Yes. Yes, of course. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.